cha-cha, rumba, cha-cha, rumba. He just, Al got off the table. You know what? I love the music they put on here. It gets us rocking and rolling. We are going to talk a little bit about sports, the sports news, how it ties in with networking. Some of the other news we were looking at. Oprah now has her very own network. Is that correct?
Yeah, Oprah does. Oprah actually has it's the Oprah Winfrey Network, and so it's called OWN.
OWN. So Al and Jerry are looking to chase Oprah down. We want to be as famous as Oprah, and we already have our own show, Networking Squared. And I guess if you and I were going to have our very own network, what would we call ours?
Well, I was thinking about that, and I think we'll just call it Rent to Own.
Well, all right. So now we have Rent to Own. We're going to be chasing Oprah down. And for all of our guests, all of our in-studio guests today, we will have lots of gifts for them, seeing as there's just you and I.
Well, it did take her 25 years to get her own network. I'm thinking it's maybe, 6 months maybe for us?
All right. So we're going to work on that. So Oprah. And speaking about sports and networking, and as I was reading this, when U of M was looking for a new football coach, they wanted to go with somebody they knew, somebody that was familiar, somebody that they felt was part of who they were.
Well, the term you hear is they wanted a Michigan man.
A Michigan man, which would mean the Michigan networking side of it. We want to bring somebody that's one of us.
From the family.
So part of the family. So they wanted to bring Jim Harbaugh in, and that has been a huge part of the news. And every time they have looked for coaches, and this is across the country, they always want to bring in somebody that is familiar with the program, people that they know, people that they have worked with, people that are familiar. And you can do that via networking. That's what this is about.
That's correct. And that's what we have to think about. Take this analogy that Jerry and I are using and think about how you're doing business. Would you rather just approach a stranger, or would you rather do business with someone that you know? The three things that we always look at is know, like, and trust. Those three things are critical. And those are the people that people want to do business with. The more that somebody knows you, likes you, and trusts you. So what happens is you have, I was funny. We always called him Hairball. So I got to call Harbaugh. I got to say that correctly. Yeah. So Harbaugh, it was something where he already had a history. They knew him, they liked him, they trusted him. So he didn't even come to look for them. They came to him. They went and looked and found him. Now, he did actually accept the deal from the 49ers.
That is correct. He's going to the NFL.
And it's only $25 million, so I don't know how he's going to be okay. But
well, maybe we can do a benefit concert for him. Brothers Righteous do a benefit concert. And also in the news, there's Tom Gores, who grew up in Flint. He went to State, which would be the other side of it, and he is looking to purchase the Detroit Pistons. Now, this man has 30 companies under his fold, worth about $27 billion in sales. That is an amazing thing.
Yeah, we were checking this guy out today, and it was pretty amazing. The guy's 46 years old, and he's worth, $2.2 billion?
$2.2 billion. Now, the reason they like him and the reason they were stating all of this is they know him. He's from Flint. He's from around here. He is us. Again, it's the networking aspect. I know him. I trust him. I like him. That's who we are searching for. And when I do business, Facebook, on LinkedIn, I want to get around people that are in my sphere of influence.
Absolutely. And that's the thing I always think about, and what's happened over the last couple of years is that I'm finding more and more and more when I go to someplace, people already know me from something. They've seen me on Facebook. They've listened to the show. Whatever is going on, it's something where you are recognizable, and it makes it so much easier to get your foot in the door because that initial not knowing you is already eliminated.
It's so important. That's why we're talking about get on there, post on Facebook. And Jan Bills, I want to thank you. She just she sent in on Facebook about Two Women at Hoe, and she said, "Thank you very much, Jerry. May all your gardens grow." And you know what? I look at that as help our businesses grow. And this is the fertile soil that we are now working and tilling in, to use her analogy, to help us all grow. We are working together.
Yep, we do. And going back to this thing with the Pistons, think about it before, even from the outside world, is that we were all excited about Mike Ilitch being involved because we knew who he was. He's a proven entity. Plus, I love the Tigers, so that kind of helped. But It was something where when somebody from another country or somebody else came in and was looking at buying the team, people were kind of freaked out. Didn't matter how much money that person had. They were a stranger. Come from a different land. But now this guy who's this billionaire who is a Sparty, there's already that commonality. There's already that bond that we have. He's from Flint. He's got that.
And we want him to succeed. We're going, great, come on in. Let's succeed. Let's work together. Let's make it happen. You on Facebook, you on getting into your networking groups, belonging to a chamber, belonging to local business network, posting. That's how you make yourself familiar.
Yep. And it's something and I guess the thing that people still struggle with, and I don't know why, is that with the social media, I don't know, because it's free, that some people are still not embracing it, and it's something we struggle with every single day when talking to people, is that this is a free forum for you to be able to educate people. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars putting ads in the phone book anymore. You have it right there in front of you.
And we are getting business. We're getting business. I'm getting business for our band, Brothers Righteous. We're getting business from Networking Squared. People go, oh, it's kind of a kid thing. Well, you know what? I'm telling you this. This guy who is a billionaire, $2.2 billion. Is that pretty impressive?
I'm liking it.
You bet. Well, if we take Facebook, which is free, Al, can you tell me about the value of Facebook?
We just saw that last week it passed Google in hits, and its value is now $50 billion.
That's $50 billion. Now, we're all excited about this 2.2 billionaire coming in and buying the Pistons. Mr. Facebook could lose $2 billion on lunch and not even know it.
Yeah, he's going to be hanging out with Gates pretty soon.
So he may be one of the richest people in the world. And because of that, Facebook will not be static. Facebook isn't going to just sit there. It is going to be changing. It's going to be working with the times. And for Al and I, we are going to work for you to show you how to use it to the best of our ability to make business for yourself.
It changes constantly, and it's something that I have a circle of friends that I trust that we all work together to try to stay on the cutting edge of this, where we meet and we go over these things because it does morph very quickly. And so what we try to be able to do on our fan pages, on our walls, we try to keep people in the loop on what's going on. So make sure that you join our fan page, and so that you can learn and understand how this can help your business.
Post on our fan page. You certainly want to post on Al's wall, his personal wall. Post on my personal wall. People will see that. Al, how many people do you have on your Facebook group?
About 3,500 on my personal profile.
All right, about 3,500. How would you like to get in front of those people? Because they're going to go, oh, well, Al knows him. There's that familiarity that you want to work with. We are just trying to help people to gain business, to gain presence in Southeast Michigan. This is the way it's going to happen. And when we talk about this cold calling, we're going to do that on the other side of the break. Cold calling is a waste of time. And, Al, you've been out there. You've done it.
Well, I mean, when I started in sales back in 84, 85, that was what I did. I did outbound solicitation. I did it for almost 9 years. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to talking to people because I've been on the other side of it. I've done it in the last couple of years. And I will never do it again, and I don't need to. And that's what I want people to understand, is that if they network, and they network the correct way, they have the ability to not have to cold call anymore.
Now, I'm not saying cold calling won't work. It could be a tool that you can still use. I'm just saying that there are many changes, and you don't need to do it. We want to show you how you can do those kind of things.
Yep, we do. And that's, again, why we have the show. That's what the show is all about. It's all about you folks. We're trying to help you and give you the tools to make you more successful and make your lives easier.
And we've been on both sides of it. We've done the cold calling, and we are now working on the networking side of it. Local Business Network is growing by leaps and bounds. We are going to be opening up new chapters. We invite you in. The small investment that you're going to put in that for the amount of business that you're going to get should be, you're going, that's it?
Here's a quick statistic. 3% of all business is generated from networking. I'm sorry. I'll address it more on the other side.
Right, he's going to get his calculator out.
Yeah,
he gets a little confused. But we are Networking Squared. We're going to talk about cold calling on the other side. Thank you very much. What a great cold morning it is.